Hello everyone, my name is Timothy Lee Grant. So in the last video, I was trying to figure out where do I want to take my project. I'm trying to do a project to help me understand how to become a back-end software engineer. That's the goal. Now, I'm a little bit lost. I'm trying to figure out, okay, well, where do I go? And that is what I was trying to discover in my last video was, okay, well, what can I do? And one of the things that I came about in that video was, well, now I can try to take my project and put it into microservice architecture. So in this video, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to take my project and create a microservice architecture. What does that mean? I'm not exactly sure. I think it means that you have two separate services operating at the same time and then they communicate. And so we're going to try to figure out how to create those services and how also to create that communication. So that's what this video is going to be. So let's get started. So let's just come here and let's just say I want to be able to create a microservice architecture for my project. How would you suggest I do this? Okay, yeah, let's just ask it this way, and then we can ask those follow-up questions. And by the way, you can see my notes that I took in the last video, kind of topics that I need to study. So these are topics that I found in the last video that I'm like, you know what, I need to go watch some videos online off camera, right? Try to understand what's going on and figure out what each of these things are. Like, what is this? What is Spring Cloud configuration? What is service discovery? Example is Eureka. So these are concepts that I found in the last video, but I didn't understand what they quite were. So I haven't looked at these yet. Like, I haven't gone and found any videos. But I kind of want to play around with the idea of microservices, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So, all right, so let's see what it says here. So, step-by-step roadmap to microservices with Spring Boot. Split my project into distinct services. So, start by identifying logical boundaries in my current monolith. Okay, so right now I have a monolith architecture. That means everything is one unit. Okay. So, user services handles user registration, login, profiles, okay? Product service manages product catalog. Order services manages purchasing flow. Inventory services track stock levels. Okay, so each becomes its own standalone Spring Boot application. Okay, so I'm creating, it's not just one Spring Boot application anymore. I think that complicates things. Okay. It's, each becomes its own standalone Spring Boot application with its own database. Okay, its own POM. Okay. All right. Add inter-service communication. So, for synchronous calls, use this OpenFane to make REST calls between services easily. For asynchronous, use Kafka to emit and consume. Okay. Configure service discovery with Eureka. In real microservice systems, services don't hard code URLs, they register them with Eureka. So I think we can do the Eureka stuff later. Let's just try to split it. Secure OAuth 2. Okay, actually, OAuth 2 security. So this one should be in my notes. I want to put that there because I've seen this OAuth 2 many times before. I just didn't know what it was. And then I have Eureka, right? Yeah, I think it's that one right there. Hold on, let me move myself. Yeah, okay, so, whoa! There we go. Okay, so, add observability. Use Spring Boot Actuator for health checks, okay? So we have here, Spring Actuator, okay? Man, there's a lot of stuff going on. So tab over this one and this one, okay. So I guess right now I am just trying to play with the idea of microservice architecture. How can I create a new service and have it communicate? Should we do via Kafka or via REST? Let's just try via REST first. Via REST to my application I have already written. Okay. So, let's see, create a new microservice. So let's call it profile service. It could return a user profile when asked, okay? So generate the service. You can use Spring Initializer, okay, optional Spring Boot dev tools. So it seems like what we need to do is come up here and instead of being in demo 2, maybe I need to actually change this. What this actually seems like is I need to have a new folder. Okay. What I think we need to do is possibly I'm trying to figure out how to move forward with this because I've already created this like demo 2, right? And this has a Git repository, right? So I'm already tracking this, but now I want to add another architecture where all of this is going to be kind of lost, right? Like the Git tracking is only this section right here. So I'm just gonna state that if I am already tracking my monolith with Git, how would you suggest I keep the tracking of my project during the breakup period from monolith to microservice. Okay. So that's my one question. Let's continue reading this and then figure that out later. Okay, so let's call it this. All right. It could return a user profile. Okay, so we just initialize it. And then runs on a different port. So instead of 8080, it's going to run on 8081, okay? And then calls new service from my existing. So then from my main app, which would be this one, let's see, source, main, Java, and then this one, demo application, okay? Here, so from my main one, I will do what? REST template, so REST controller and then external profile, okay? What is external, get mapping, username, profiles. This one is profile, singular. 8081, profiles, Timothy, okay. So now this one is the non-blocking one. Okay, so let's ask this question and then we can go back up and try to figure out how to break that up and how to actually perform it. So my sparkling water. Okay. Version controls is often overlooked during architectural changes. Here are smart ways to track your microservice migration using Git without losing history or sanity. Keep all services inside the same directory, each in its own service. Okay, so what I think this is telling me is I have here, there is all of the Git versions, right? Or like, this is where Git lives, here. What I might be able to do is take all of these files, put it into a separate subfolder, so create a subfolder, okay, and put all of my source code in a subfolder, and that's going to be one microservice. And then I create a new folder, and that's another microservice. Okay. User service, okay, gateway, benefits, okay. So for option number 1, are you meaning to keep my same folder and then create 2 new directories, whatever, inside of that folder that is controlled by Git, then place all of my existing code into one of those directories, and that will be one service, and then the other folder will be a different microservice. I'm not even going to care about spelling, whatever. Okay, is that what it's meaning? Okay. So option number 2, create separate Git repositories for each service here. Easier CI/CD separation. Okay, so that's kind of also interesting is that I can create new Git repositories for each of the services. And then from that, I can do like the CI/CD things. Mimics how large organizations, including FANG, often work. Okay, so but then how do you keep track of it, right? In option number 2, you're gonna have like whatever 100 microservices, so you're gonna have 100 repos. How do you know? How do you keep track of all that? Okay. Start with a monolith, split later. Okay. So I guess what we can do right now is I'm just going to try doing this one where I split it into 2 separate folders. And then later, when I do my real project, the one that, so what I'm planning on doing is this one is just kind of like playing around with these different concepts. But then in the future, what I'm planning on doing is actually doing a project that it does like, it's more congruent to actually showcasing what I can do and my skill sets, etc. So that one maybe I do it where each file is its own. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. So your Git controlled monorepo. Okay, so here contains all code related to user management. Okay. Product service readme. Okay. This one is demo application. Okay, so let's try to what should I call this one? This one is going to be like server application, maybe? Server application, okay. And now inside of this, what do we want? We want all of the code. So we want this here. We want this here. We want this and this and this and this and this. And not this. That's GitHub. This is Git. We want wait, hold on. Not you, not you. You, and you. All of you go inside of there. Move. Okay. Good. Right? So what we want here. So now get status. Okay. All of that has been moved. I want now to try to pwd cd into this server application ls. So we have all of this. I'm going to try to run it. So maven w and then spring boot run. Okay, let's try to run it. Please, please, please run. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to come here and see if it's working. So, okay, it's working. So our migration there worked. Okay. So now what I'm going to try to do is now I'm going to have a new folder here. I'm going to call it, I don't know, what do I want to call it? Um, Profiles? Yeah, sure. Uh, User profiles. Okay. So now this one I can come here and exit out of that. So now I need to initialize a new Spring Boot application, right? Um, so let's see, next steps, come here, do this. Let's come back up here and follow its steps. So, where was it? Spring Boot, right? What was it? Not Postman. Spring, there it was, right? Spring Initializer. Okay, here we go. So we want Maven, we want Java, we want this one. Group. Okay, so last time that I did this, I kind of just did the default ones because I didn't know what I was doing. Let's not do that this time. So package name. Let's just come here and try to figure out what we should. So project metadata. Okay. In the Spring Initializer, they give me a bunch of options for project metadata. I want to initialize the, what did I call it? User profiles? Okay. User profiles, microservice. What do you suggest I put into these sections? Okay. Okay. So group, think of this like your package name. It reflects company or so why example though? Okay, so artifact, this becomes the project folder and base name of my jar file. Okay, so okay. Com example user profiles. Okay. Was it com example dot user profile? But why example? Why for group? Why example? Okay. Com example user profile. Okay. User profiles. Often defaults to example, but you're not stuck to it. Let's demystify it. What is the group field? The group field acts as a namespace for my project. It's similar to a domain or company identifier and helps prevent naming collisions. When you build and share code, it often defines the base package structure. Why com.example is common. It's a safe default for experimentation or demo projects. Example.com is reserved domain name, so you're not stepping on anyone's toes. Okay, fine. what you should use. Since you're serious about growing your Java project and building microservice, consider a more personal. Well, I don't care about that. That's fine. Okay, whatever. I don't care. I think it'll work. Uh, was it user profile? What did it say to do? User profiles. User profiles artifact is, did it just say like this? Why does it not like it? For group, okay. Okay. So it doesn't like it. I don't know why, but we'll figure that out later. Artifact was, files was the same thing. Artifact, user profiles, artifact, user profiles, name, user profiles. So this package name is com example user profile, user profile. Microservice for generating user profiles. Okay. So now I am going to, oops, go like this, and then put it in there, like this. Okay. Here is a total valid, okay. Your package name reads like this, yeah. Not wrong, but a bit redundant. I could simplify it by just, okay. Do I have access to, so I can just do that? I mean, it doesn't like these. So it says package name and just do it like that, right? Package name is like this. I can just do that. Okay, let's, I mean, I'm just gonna try it. Generate. Okay. And then user profiles here. Okay. And now I should be able to put this into my project, I think. Well, if this is a folder itself, why do I need this folder? I don't even think I need that folder, right? I can just go like this. Add folder to workspace, yes. Server application. This one and Well, I wasn't meaning in. Move. No, go in there. What? Yeah, so that has nothing in there. I want you to go there. Oh, come on. Where is delete? So remove folder from workspace, yes. So now I want in demo 2. Inside of demo 2, I want user profiles. Add to workspace. Dang, that's not what I want. This should not be as difficult as it is. Man. Go inside. Go inside. Go inside. What is this untitled workspace? Oh my goodness. So now I'm even more confused because I open this and I have demo here and I come here and these are on the same level. But then when I come here, it's not on the same level. It's demo 2 is here and this one is outside. Well, wait, hold on. User profiles is empty, right? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Demo 2, but it doesn't exist. This user profiles doesn't exist. Save, okay. And what is code workspace? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna save it. I don't know. So now I'm gonna open this back up and see what's going on. So file open. I don't know. Enable, sure. Demo 2. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, hold on. This is ridiculous. This is very ridiculous. Okay. Now, I have here. I'm just going to take this user profiles and drag it in here, right there. Okay. Take you and delete you. Like, now, user profiles, go away. Go away. I okay, I don't know what all that was about. What is workspace? I've never seen that before. And I don't know why it refused to actually let me do it. Okay, see, here we go. This is what we wanted, right? Like, I really don't understand why that was so difficult. Okay. I think this is what we want. I'm going to come in here and demo2, so cd into this server application, and then I'm going to run Spring Boot. So Maven W Spring Boot run. Okay, make sure that it still runs. Come here, come here, come here to hello. It's still running. Okay. All right. So we got that split up. Now, what? Let's see. Okay, so we got that. So we got here. Okay. Create this. So inside of here, so I can delete all of this, okay? And now in here, I have source, main, Java, and then user profiles application. Okay, here. So now I have two separate applications. Okay. So now what I think I'm going to do is in the next video, I'm going to try to figure out, okay, well, now that I have two Spring Boot applications, how do I actually run them together and get them to communicate to each other? Okay. I don't feel like it should have been this difficult. Like, what I just didn't seem like it should have been very difficult. I don't know why I was having so much uh, difficulty with that. The other thing is like, what is this untitled workspace? What is untitled workspace? And what is a workspace in general in VS Code? Like, I don't know why I don't know this. Okay. So a workspace is essentially the context which my VS Code operates, a single folder, multi-root direct or workspace. I don't know. Okay, so where are my notes? Server application notes, and then this one, workspaces. Anyways, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I think my brain is a little bit tired. All right, so I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and goodbye.